Good morning for my afternoon and good day for you. Am I trying to be funny? Maybe. Maybe not. Now, this new thing has just happened that, like I said, Love for the Earth, if you go back a couple of videos ago, started on the 8th and it goes all the way up to Valentine's Day. It's 6 days for one and 6 days for the other. But the first one falls on the 6th day. Valentine's is the middle of the week and then goes on for one more week. That's why they call it Valentine's Day. It's for the split. I don't know what it is. It could be just, here's a world, here's two zeros, right? What happens is you put a pin into these two, now they're stuck together. There's Valentine's Day. They're in love. You cannot separate them. You take out this pin, it unravels, and from the circle becomes a line, and everybody knows if it doesn't go around, come around, it just falls off the tracks. Nibiru, Planet X, Herculocus, Herculobus. Now I'm thinking of this word. My neighbor, knee is none, by is two. I hope she's across the street and by because that'd be nice. I got on my yellow glasses. See them low. Anyways, her Q. Are you playing pool? Is it her Q? Is it the Q for someone? Someone just put back into the news tuberculosis. Now you have to understand when that came out, who discovered it, and the whole shit about that. You'd have to look at a little bit about Columbus, try to understand what the bus is all about. But Herculocus or Lobus is low bus. There's a low bus coming. So when do they use the terminology, it's coming in high, it's a high rise, it's a low bus, is it in the Army? I don't know. I'm just trying to throw you all over the place. But hey, it's your cue. It's my neighbor. She's coming in. So between all of this, something else now, it's got to be a lot of things. You see, for me, okay, now I don't know exactly what it's going to be, but in 20 months, when it comes to that number, I think the gate is locked. It's either game over or the tides have turned. We are now coming into our own. We finally beat, can I say, the Cold War? What war? We beat the war, and now we're all coming together. So does that mean we only suffered for like 21 months? Wait a second. Maybe there's 300, 400, 500 million in North America that are my sort of suffering, but what about all those in Africa who have suffered already? What about all the animals who have suffered already? As it starts to get better, it will get better, okay, for as long as they suffered. That's how long it's going to take for it to get better. So while the ones who suffered, let's say in Africa, over the years, when it starts to get better for them, is long before it gets better for us. Because, oh my God, we're going to be missing that cigarette. And I don't have any pot planted, and there's no alcohol, so everybody's going to be back to, I need for me again. For me. I tell you, my neighbor still owes me 45, and I'm eating me a heart out, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And I know at the end, the only thing I can do is tell her, Madame, my friend, I thought I heard the door. The only thing I can tell her, just in case somebody's listening, all I can tell her is, may all your bad dreams be of me. Just remember, every time something bad happens, just blame it on me. Blame everything on me. That'll be worth the money. I don't want to suffer too much. And then again, so we talked about Nibiru, the neighbor. Another thing I wanted to mention, did I talk about McDonald's? Okay, M is 1,000, C is at 100, D is 500, O, it's O, it's a space. N is the 14th ace, so it's in a questionable card because it could be used as the ace 1 or ace 14. N is the 14th card. And if you want to look at what the 14th card looks like, the N in McDonald's, what do you think this looks like? That's the N in McDonald's, so that you'd have to break that up and put it into the McDonald's sign. And then you'd have DS, and DS, everybody knows. Then I want to show you something. Number 7, now we're going to bubble it. Okay, this would end up looking like the 7, okay, the comma, or it would be the end up as the 6. I'd have to turn it upside down. Or again, if it was the 7, you know the apostrophe at the end. Anyways, forget about that. What I really want to say about it is it's a 9, okay? It's a 9 with an S. So that can be 9 times 19 is 90, and 81 is 171. Basically 1776. 171 is 88, the two worlds. We're not talking about the center. We're just talking the basics of the two numbers. Anyways, all in Irish, it's still the 9S, which means nines. Nines repeat again and again. A birth is a 9. A birth is a 9. An entry passage is a 9. Okay? Because the 9 has automatically 4 on the inside, 4 on the outside, and 1 dead center, which is a life. The other thing I wanted to write down, this is the 2, 5, 8, 9, ace, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 card, all in this. But in order to make it, all you need is the 9 card, which is 1 here, 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 1 here. 1 in the center is the 9 card, and the 8 card. Here's the 8, and the 8 over here. And then you have 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. You have the 8. But the 8 overlaps the 9 on 4 parts. So the 8 is 4 of 8 and 4 of 8 free. The 8 is free, 2 here, 1 and 1, and 1 here and 1 in here. 4 and 4 free, Barack Obama, the 44th president. The 9 birth, and the 2, which is the world you're in. The one you never see is right up here. Here and here is the 2. You don't see it anywhere. Do you know why? Because it's now into the world. It becomes something. To see the 2, okay, the 1 and the 3 become the B. I'm going to try and show you if I can do that. Here's the 3. Okay, what I do is I go from this side to the center to this side, connecting this side with this side. So what happens is you draw the line across, and now you have the B, which comes from the design, which is, like I said, which the design is made. So 1 and 3 create the 2 worlds, and we end up in that card over here, because we only play as the heart is here and the moon is here. The heart is here and the moon is here. We're either here or here. We're not here. But in our own world, because of the 9 card, this is us over here in 3 parts of the world. We are the center. Each one of us is the center. It just moves around with us. And always back up. These are magnets, by the way. Coca-Cola sign, cocaine, magnet, cocaine. Anyways, so over here, you had the 2, the 8, and the 9. 2 and 8 and 9 is total of 19. But when you count the double ups, there's only 15, because the 4 corners are doubled up, both for the 5, both for the 9, both for the 8 card, but do not touch the 2 card. The 2 card, okay, and the 4 card make a 6 card sideways by putting 1, 1, 1, and 1, and then 1 here and 1 here. You end up with 3 here and 3 here. But I'm not going to get into explain that. It all has to do with what they did to create this whole thing. I'm not a scientist. I just find the little items. Another thing you have to take a look at is when you do it here, it's 1, excuse me, here. Over here, it's 7 and 9. If it was on this side, it'd be 1, 4, 7. So if it's putting together 1 and 7, did you understand that? I'm going to draw this up here. Okay, so what you have to understand on your phone, okay, on your phone. Did I draw this properly? On your phone, on this side over here, that's open over here. When you put this to connect the 1 with the inside 4, and then to the bottom 7. 1 over 7, when you put 1 over 7, this 7 is here upside down. This 1 is the same thing, or upside down. The 1 and 4 are created within the 7. The same thing as the 1 and 3. The same thing as 3, 6, and 9. All you're doing is closing in one set of the 3. The 6, okay, from the 3 is 3 and 3 is 6. But 1/4 of it is missing because it's part of the light that is the heart part. So that's why it won't have it in the card unless I reconstruct a different card. Yes, then there is the 7, 8, and 9. And I showed you the 7. And then the 9. Oh, I'm just designing. I want to see what comes from it. Then there'd be the 7, 8, and 9. No, I can't design it because what happens to the 9, okay, I'm going to try and show you this. I'm going to put the 7 on it. You see, take away this here, it's a P. It's also a 9. But if you take the 7 next to the 0, it becomes 70, or the letter R. That's what comes out from 7, 8, and 9. You know what? I made a couple of errors in there. I'm not very happy with what I did. I did like the card routine. That was very good. We still haven't discussed the cottontail rabbit, the cotton fields. Who else makes cotton? Can cotton be eaten by sheep? The split hoof. Split to me. Split right off the hand. Thumb doesn't even move. Split hoof. 2 split hoofs. Wonder what God was talking about. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz Mercedes? The mother, oh my God, the mother Mercedes. Sede is to put away the game and put away the dice. The silver is the matrix. He is the downward fall to the Vatican, which is on an uprise right now, but it will obviously come to an end unless they're actually helping us and we don't know it. Somebody's helping us that looks like they're screwing us in this world. It's got to be there like that. What else is there? I don't know. What I was telling you, 2, 8, and 9. I was telling you the 2, 8, and 9, 19. 2 worlds, 8 heaven is a 9 birth. 2 parts of the 8 comes to 1, 9. Then I got another card. Look at the license plate. And then I got another card. All with the same plates. 982, 928, 289. There is no 298. Why is there no 298? Because 8 is the heaven world. You see the 8 where it is? It's never first. It's second or third or second. Because the 9 is first, and the 2 is the I and I of the I world that we are in. One world or the other one. Once there's 2 worlds, there's 2 of the 9s. So that's why 28 is within time heaven of the birth, H and I. 8 by 9 is 72, plus 17 is 89, 89, 90, 91, and 70 is 161 instead of 171, which means alpha omega instead of meaning alpha beta omega. I got a cat outside. Why I said alpha beta omega is when the mother of this earth is intertwined within the game. Otherwise, we could be here. I got a cat outside. I don't know. I just know stuff is starting. and it's good. But I didn't bring anything to teach, no letters. I showed you the few letters, the way the 1 and 7 come together to make the 4, and the way the 1 and 3 come together and make the B, and the way the 3 and the McDonald's that I never finished with, which is all Roman numerals except for the 0. The N has to be taken apart, and then it looks like a 1 and a V, which is the amount of 4. Then you always have to remember is how people count. You see, when you count and you're going down this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a line through is the picket fence, and it's a total of 5. They put that aside. You know when they do things in bundles? Now, I don't remember why I said that. But I do know I'm ending this video. I have nothing to actually teach anybody. I never had, never did, never will. It's what you take from what I do. That's all it is. Thank you for watching. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. That's right. I got on here for Planet X. I did a video about that Planet X and EC 49 number. It's coming around and going around because it's 49. It's in everything. Planet X is in everything. Okay? 49. Remember that. The 4 card is in everything. Nothing survives without the 4. So something about Planet X is in everything. And it says go, 249 creation of the EL world. It's the she planet. It circles us more than once. It's been around here probably a long time and no one's ever talked about it. You know what? It may not even be what they're saying. Maybe it's one of their ships from outside. It's either A or B. Either this is a mechanical item that they built to surround us and take the control of the communication market out there. ELC, electric light. Okay, creator. And it's Planet X, so it's 49X is 490, which is 40 degrees above 450, which is right on go, the extra 40. All right, thanks for watching one more time.